2016 to 2020, we was just
trying to get the evidence
getting
together.
everything prepared up. She was cooking. She was going to dead ends. Shout out to her. Understand? Anastasia. Understand? So after that in 2020, she said, like, listen,
Right.
we got the meat and potatoes. We're gonna serve this to this, understand?
Right.
To the judge and if let's see what's going on. Only thing she asked me, she said, oh, listen, if it go our way, do you have somebody that you can get released to? I said, hell yeah.
Right.
Hip-hop started from the slums of the Bronx, New York. I fell in love with breakbeats, the techniques, b-boying, MCing, crushing whoever was in front of you. It was groovy. You knew how it was. It's true, it's hip-hop. It's only one source to get it. It's I Do It for Hip Hop Podcast. Subscribe Google Play, iTunes, and DJ Bugsy 215 SoundCloud. It's all about the hip-hop. Keep it hip-hop.
What up, what up? It's your boy DJ Bugsy. It's good to be back on the Miggity Mic. I got my second guest in the building. He needs no introduction. He represents Harlem World, you know, home of the Cam'rons, the Maces, the Big L's, Dipset. It's the one and only MC Joff.
Yo, what up, man? What up? How you doing, Bugs?
Appreciate you, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you.
Shout out to B Jizzle.
Nah, shout out to my brother B Jizzle for and not just opening this door for me. I understand before we can meet. Two great men to meet.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I want to go back to the beginning. Of course, we going to Harlem real quick. You're growing up, your upbringing, your influencing on music and different things of that such. So let's start with that.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm from Harlem, right? So,
yeah. How was it for you growing up? Like, just take me back to that time, your early childhood, and what kind of like influenced you to pick up a mic and get into music?
The first artist that really made me think I could do a rap was DMX, God rest his soul.
Right, absolutely, the legend.
Yes, one of the greats, one man army.
Okay, for sure.
My older brother used to get the $3 bootleg cassette tapes back in the day. We ain't really had that much.
On Canal Street, right?
Nah, we had mad vendors, you know, on 25th and Lenox, you know. People trying to get
yeah, I forgot about y'all had your own shit, but I used to go to Canal Street though.
You know, we're gonna try to get that money regardless. So
yeah,
my brother used to come on with the $3 cassette tapes. I used to steal them.
Right.
I had Streets Is Watching. I had In My Lifetimes by Jay-Z. I had I had DJ Clue, Grand Theft Auto, one of them.
Oh, that was my shit.
Those was one of those fires. You already know I had Dark Hell Is Hot.
Yeah.
Is Dark Hell Is Hot. Yeah, anything my brother used to get his hands on and then he was like tired of it, I'd probably sneaky take his you know, I don't know that, you know, Walkmans, understand, back in the day. I feel like we had Walkmans, so I just bump it.
Right.
DMX just like, he was just like, him and Hov was just like the two that stood out for me.
Yeah, Hov and DMX.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I just brought up some Harlem greats. Did Big L, Mace, Dipset, Jim Jones, Cam'ron, did them people ever influence you?
Nah, of course, but they influenced me in my culture.
Okay.
Like, understand, like DMX and like, yeah, they're from the city. Yeah, DMX, you can see them in Harlem.
Right.
But like Dipset, they were like our culture. Like they like, when you listen to Dipset, it wasn't, you listen to music, but you listen to a way of life.
Right.
I'm saying the way we rock our clothes. You see how I understand? Like it gets. I wear pink. You know, I really wear pink, and I come in here like a man wearing pink.
Right.
Because of Cam, it's a culture. They were a culture. They were more than music.
Okay, I see. And I always tell people that, and they don't be trying to hear it. Like I be trying to tell people like Dipset culture, like dress wise, is crazy. Like, but they don't get the credit. Even Kanye West said it.
People are speaking like, I don't know if you remember, used to be like N and 10, like Hennessy and 10, and like that's all Dipset culture. Like pause, like that's everything. Like we say that.
Pause is big right now.
Understand? Like even Slime, like when Slime, that comes from Vado, but that comes from a Dipset home. That's in our culture.
Right.
So like it's like their music was like, it was different. Like yeah, I've loved them. That's why I didn't even like mention them, because that's like something like, it's like our culture. Like they in our culture. Like Harlem Renaissance, you could put them in our culture.
Right.
Facts.
So let me ask you this: when did music kind of like, when people started to pay attention to you? When you felt like now you had fans, now you got people that's bumping you as opposed to you bumping other people?
When
was that time?
I think is when I think I dropped my first. No, it wasn't my first song. It was like my name switcher. Cause I used to go by 4/3. I used to go by 4/3 Joffy because I was inspired by B Jizzle, my man B Jizzle. Shout out to him on the front.
Okay.
And my other brother 4/3 Kels. And LBR, shout out to him too.
Right.
I used to go to the studio with them.
Okay.
And they're younger than me.
Right.
I used to see how they put their dedication, they work, and they craft. And then I used to see how they express themselves during music because I used to have, we are men, so like those are my brothers. So I used to have one-on-one conversations, and then the conversations that we had, I could see him how he articulated through the music. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that was like the most beautiful thing I could do, because it's my.
Right.
And it made it seem like he can talk to his people without hurting the person he has to talk to. I'm saying like,
Right.
And that's like what I like. I like that. That was cool. Like.
Now, let's fast forward a little bit and talk about a bad time in your life, 2010, when you got caught with a murder charge, but you was exonerated later on. Can you tell me about that time frame and how it felt to be accused of something that you didn't do, and how you was able to overcome those times and being an innocent man in prison? And what do you say to people that are kind of like going through that right now and they're trying to fight a case and they're trying to get out and they're trying to get lawyer money up? Can you get into that?
Yo, you said 2010. 2010's changed my life. Like, I was like 20 years old. I just turned 20. I think I was like 2 months of being 20 years old. I just came out fresh out of teen.
Okay.
And not to get too much details, well, I get arrested.
Right.
Understand, for a murder and 3 assaults.
Right.
And from the beginning, I stayed in my innocence.
Okay.
Up and down. Understand? Like, so, but it's different when they say, yo, you're innocent until proven guilty. It's not like that in certain systems, especially in New York.
Okay.
Understand? Like, you really have to prove your innocence. Like a civil case. Like, you know how you, like in a civil case, you got to prove that you got hurt?
Right.
It's like you got to prove that you're innocent to the state of New York.
Right.
Or just the system. I'm not even going to say the state of New York because that's where I was at, but I'm going to say the system, period.
Okay.
So, it was like, I was 20. So, I never been on Rikers Island a day in my life.
Okay.
Like, never. Like, I did juvenile bids, Horizon, Crossroads, Brookwood. I did those skip bids.
Yeah.
And I never did adolescence, but all my peers went to Rikers Island, they went to 4 building, C-74.
Yeah.
MC never went there.
Right.
20 years old, August 2010, I'm on Rikers Island for the first time in my life with grown men. It was like a different type of environment because like the stories that you hear, like from your peers is different because they were on there because when the stories you hear from your peers is the good times. Yo, bro, yo, we cooked a meal.
Right.
Yo, bro. Oh, we caught wreck. That was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell you about the time when it's 10 o'clock, 10:30, you gotta lock in, and you gotta wait for somebody to tell you to turn your light off, and you can't have your sheet up, and you can't have they ain't tell me that part.
Right.
Understand? So it was like.
So how did you adapt? Like, when you seen what your friends said versus what actually happened, you being on survival time, how did you adapt to that?
That's the perfect, you took the words right out of my brain because that's what I was about to say. I had to survive because every day was a new experience for me because even though I was I met somebody every day, and you don't know these people, you don't know these men because people wear masks every day. And then you got to decipher if they're there to harm you.
Or they're there for you.
Or they're there for you. Or they're there for their own personal gain. So that's a lesson. So that's a survival ticket. Then you got to learn how to deal with the correction.
Right.
Meaning the officers, the COs. Because that's a whole different culture that it's not like regular police.
Right.
Like the ones that police the community, yeah, we see them, but we don't have to interact with them as much as corrections. Like when you act with corrections officers, you gotta act with tissue, soap.
Right.
Yo, oh my soda, I use my bathroom. You could be peeing down your leg, and you gotta ask another female or male to open your cell. Sometimes they could be younger than you.
Right.
Understand? And that, like, the thing that jail does to you is like
institutionalize you, or
more. It's humiliated. It's humiliating. Like, you don't understand, like, the stuff that you have to do to get your day-to-day business, because sometimes you have to program your mind to, like, get by. Because sometimes, like me, God rest her soul, my grandma just died February 15th of this year.
Oh, rest in peace to her.
Yeah, so it's like, that was my mother. That's the lady who raised me and all that through Harlem.
Right.
So it's like, can you imagine with the time I had? I had 48 to life, understand?
48 to life, yeah.
Could you imagine it? Practicing, replaying in your mind.
That you never gonna see her again.
Oh no, the chaplain just coming. This is the practice the mental practice I have to do. Because you can't have no weakness in
prison.
Because there's no time for that. There's no time for that. Because one, you want to get out. Because you don't want to get into emotion where you be depressed and you forget the goal, because the goal is to get out. So you have to like mentally practice yourself. So I used to mentally practice myself. The chaplain come into my cell and say, yo, Mr. Bab. And he give you the little long speech. He give you the little scripture from the Bible, or if you're a Muslim, the Quran. And then he tell you, yo, Allah or God came and took your loved one. Imagine that not happening, but you got to practice that over and over and over in your mind. But now you got to do that for many people that you think you care about. So you have that weight. Then you have the opposition that mean as everything else that harms you. That's the outside.
Right.
Sometimes people don't even worry. Some people in jail don't even worry about what's going on outside. Then you got the things that's in the inside triggers, COs, not right convicts.
Right.
You got, it's just so much that you have to like adapt to as fast and quick, because if you don't, you will get lost.
Right.
So that time, yeah, I did like 4.5 years on Rikers Island. Went through like every building. Then I got like enhanced restraint. Got kicked off the island with the Nassau County.
You got kicked off the island?
Yeah, they started doing that. It's not a rare thing now. Back then, like I got kicked off like 2011, but they wasn't doing that.
Okay.
So like when I was confused, because that's another whole process, because they sent me to a whole different jail in a whole different part of New York that I had to adapt to too, because they correctional officers is different from Rikers Island correctional officer. Their inmates are different from, their convicts, their detainees are different from Rikers Island detainees. And then I'm from Harlem, so that's a whole nother thing, a different type of culture. Like, I'm saying, like, because I'm thinking like, yo, Long Island, like what? I ain't thinking like, what? You from the city? Like, we out here like that? Like, I'm saying, like, so that's another battle I gotta fight through. So like,
this shit crazy, man.
but that's what the system does. It's wicked. And I'll tell you, it humiliates you. Understand? Like, and it humbles you too. It humbles the most beastiest. I don't care if you hear it. It humbles the most beastiest. I don't care who you want to talk about.
Right.
They can stand here right now because when you go in that cell and it cracked. It closed, and it's just you, the
and
toilet, the sink,
and your cellie.
Sometimes you don't get a cellie. You might be, honestly, some people can live with a cellie. In most state prisons in New York, you don't have a cellie. So it's just you.
Know that. Wow.
So it's just you. Because if you had a cellie, that's a distraction. Me, my cellie could play chess. We could do something to pass the day. But when it's you and yourself in that cell, there's no more keys. There's no more. And you can hit the walk. There's no more radio loud music.
Right.
You got to deal with the reality that you might not come home. A lot of people can't wake up from that.
That's true.
That's why you see them on meds. You see them on the bug out like your brother. Yo, my son, what? He was getting all the eyes. Yeah, but now he looking like Sasha Bob. All med out on Ritalin and all the stuff that they get, because he trying to escape his reality, because he can't go in that cell, or he can't escape what's going on with him right now, because you cannot physically escape jail.
That's right.
Not for your time. You have to mentally escape it, and if you can't mentally escape it and come back, you know what they say, that's that bird that flew out the cage, you know? So it was like, but yeah, then I get sentenced. Oh, I go to trial.
Okay.
To prove my innocence. That's how I'm understanding, because trial is no joke. That's a whole nother thing. It's not it's not one of them Judge Judy joints. It's not one of them
Wait, it's
because like people think that trial is like you 1 month, then you out of there. Nah, because sometimes you have to pick 14 people. And sometimes the DA might not jack who you trying to pick, and sometimes your lawyer might not jack who the DA trying to pick, or the judge might not jack none of the picks. So you gotta go through all those pools again. So you gotta wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. Bus trip, that shit cold.
Right.
You understand? But you gotta keep your clothes pressed. You gotta make sure your mental is good, because every time it's a new, it's nothing like trial. There's nothing like, people think trial, I'm gonna go to trial. That is nothing like that.
So when you went to trial and you got your innocence, what was that? No, after you, not the trial, but once you was able to get out, the day that you got the news that you was exonerated. That's what I want to talk about.
Oh, that was crazy. I was in Clinton. It's crazy. I was in Clinton. There was the week of February, the first week of February, and my appellate lawyer had called me. I was on Keep Lock. If anybody know what Keep Lock is, I understand everybody. So I was on Keep Lock. They know about the situation, and they called me. The CEOs called me like, "Yo, you got a legal call." So I go down there. So I'm speaking to my appellate lawyer. She like, "Yo, listen, we about to cause like before I got skipped, but anything in 2016 she came with a notion. Yo, listen, we might got something that might understand. So from 2016 to 2020, we was just
trying to get the evidence,
getting
together.
everything prepared up. She was cooking. She was going to dead ends. I shout out to her. Understand? Anastasia. Understand? So after that in 2020, she said, like, listen,
right,
we got the meat and potatoes. We're gonna serve this to this. Understand?
Right.
To the judge, and let's see what's going on. Only thing she asked me, she said, "Oh, listen, if it go our way, do you have somebody that you can get released to?" I said, "Hell yeah!"
Right, for sure,
without a question.
Right.
So it was. I spoke to her like February 5th. February 6th came. Nothing happened. February 7th. February 6th came. That was the day for the motion to be heard.
Okay.
She said that if it would have been heard February 7th, I would have been gone. She wasn't a liar. February 7th, that
2020?
morning, 2020, they cracked my cell. They said, "Yo, Mr. Bab, you out of here." I said, "What?" The whole jail goes in an uproar. Understand? Movie.
Right.
I get in the van, guess what happens though? I don't go home.
Really?
No. They decide to shut down all the bridges because it was a snowstorm. So they bring me back to
what the fuck,
They
bro?
bring me back to the. I'm all my way out the gate. I hear the dispatcher on the radio. "Yo, bring that package back." I asked them, "What package?" "What package y'all talking about? I ain't no package."
Right.
And they're like, "Yo, I said, "What's going on?"
Right.
I forgot who was the governor in 2020 at the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I forgot, but whoever it was, he shut down the Port Authority and all transits because it was a big snowstorm. I come back to my cell. Sick. My man like, "Yo, bro, I thought you was supposed to go home." I'm like, "Yeah, I thought so too." He like, "Yo, nah, bro, you going home. They can't keep you in. You in." I'm like, "Bro, tomorrow is Saturday, homie. How the hell you think I'm going home on a Saturday?"
Right.
He like, "Bro, you going home."
Right.
I'm talking to the CEOs. The CEOs like, "What? We ain't hear that." They know, but they're not happy that I'm like really. So they not trying to give me no information for my success or nothing to ease my mind.
Right.
The whole night I'm going crazy. I'm like, "Yo, how am I getting out of jail?" Dog, I gotta go through this. Imagine I gave my whole cell away. TV, clothes. I would have nothing in there but stay greens and my legal work and my pictures I'm taking home with me.
Right.
Saturday morning come. First person up. CEO walks by. "Yo, CEO, I'm supposed to be going home." He laughs at me.
Of course he gonna laugh.
Yo, he dead laugh at me. And my man that told me I was going home, he was up that morning too. He like, not, he spasmed. Yo, dickhead,
Right.
My man going home, you hating, He ain't gonna feed your kids. He was going crazy. Sergeant walked by.
Right.
"Yo, Sarge, I ain't trying to charge no trouble, nothing. Yo, I'm supposed to be going home." He looked. He said my name. He said, "Oh yeah, we know about you. You go home. We just waiting for the count to clear." I said, "Yo, bro, you heard that?" He said, "Nah, bro, I heard that. You go home on a Saturday." Sure enough, they cracked that gate. I went home on a Saturday. I touched New York on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the story, and then now here we are now.
So when you got home, what was one of the first things you did or wanted to do? I know it wasn't to hit the booth. So what the first thing you did? Like, what was you excited about doing when you first got home? Keep it real.
Everybody, my whole family know. Shopping.
Oh, you go shopping, get some.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
drip?
Because, I ain't gonna lie. The imagination, the magazines I used to see, the styles, I used to be like, yo, I missed so many eras in fashion as well as hip hop. Like I was in jail for like a lot of these people's careers. Like, understand? Like, so it was like, so when I came home, it was like I had to adjust. That was a whole nother game.
Yeah, because you had to learn about social media.
Social media I knew about. At first, because I left, it was Facebook. I said Facebook, Twitter was just coming. Twitter's about, but we was getting on Twitter. We came from Skolnex. We came from MySpace. Mm-hmm. So that was all. Like, we was good with. I saw social. We transitioned.
But you didn't know about Instagram because you was locked out.
No, well, of course I know about Instagram because we have magazines. I have family. You understand, who's very in tune. So of course,
they was sending you kites and all that.
Yeah. So that wasn't the social media was never near my worries. It was how to make $1 in 2020 in New York.
Right.
I was 29 at that thing when I came. I was 29.
Right.
Mind you, I didn't even know how to drive.
Really?
Hell no.
Oh shit, that shit.
When I got locked up, I didn't know how to drive. All my niggas, but everybody could tell you, right? One thing about me, yo, bro, they will clown you, bro. You did, but you don't know how to drive. You did all this tough shit, but you don't know how to drive. And at first, it used to feel like a joke, right? But then when I go on myself,
right,
and I think
really about it, that's crazy.
Bro, I don't know how to drive. And then you hear all these stories, even if they lies or not. Y'all been in this car, I've been in that car, I drive this, I drive. And it was like certain, like, damn, I couldn't even relate. And I used to be like, damn, that's what the system took. They took a whole. I'm like, damn. So now I came home, I had to get that. Like, now I drive. I drive everywhere. Understand? And anything, I drive. That was one thing. Society too, because another thing you had to. When I first came home, I treated society like I was in jail.
Okay.
Like even the individuals, I thought all the smiles were fake. I thought all the handshakes, the welcome home, I thought all that was fake. And I didn't even that. So I had to readjust. Like, yo, and I do it to this day too, because sometimes I do it with my family and even my relationships. Sometimes I understand, like, and it's like my family has to, like, understand sometimes, like, yo, bro, you're not in prison no more.
Right.
We're not a gang. Right. We're not a group of hooligans that you're controlling. We're your brothers, your sisters. I'm your wife. Understand? So that's something that you have. I don't know if
you're married.
No, I've been with my girlfriend for a
long time.
Yes. So it's like that's another challenge. You got understand.
And how was that? How was it being able to maintain your relationship with your woman while you was in prison?
I did. I had multiple. So it's it's hard to get a strong woman. Understand? Like, those don't come. Yeah. Those don't come by, like, to mentally lock you down. Right. Those don't come by. But I had, like, brief stints. Understand? Like, something to pass the time, 6 months, 18 months, 2 years, whatever. Understand? Whatever.
But after the 2-year mark, they fell off.
Yeah. If you can't, like, understand, like, after phone calls, kites, phone sex. It get like, stagnant, and that's why as a man you have to uplift yourself in that situation. I'm talking about books. I'm talking about, like, especially books. That's like the main thing. I can't.
You read a lot of books.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like, I read the most books in prison in my life. I read more books in prison than I read in school. Period.
Damn, bro. And what book you would say kind of like stuck with you even to this day?
Oh, Blood of My Brother.
Okay. Understand?
You know what that's about, right? By George Jackson. It was a letter between him and Jonathan Jackson. It was his little brother. George Jackson was the leader of the Black guerrilla family in California. Also, and then Jonathan Jackson. They were revolutionaries. They were Black guerrilla family is not. They were revolutionaries. Almost like not say the tougher part of Black Panther, but they were just the jail version of Black Panther. He was all amazing revolutionaries. But Jonathan Jackson was 16. It was his little brother. And the way he used to correspond with his brother at that time, and his brother being so aware about racism, the economy, how we was unfair, how we how at 16 years old, he already knew what the effect of slavery did, just mentally to
black people,
our people, understand?
Right.
And then he used to tell and the way he used to express his anger to his brother, because his brother was locked up. His brother used to control him, like not control him, but not to tell him like, bro, listen, yeah, the odds is against us, but
Right.
we have to do this. But in the long story though, George Jackson ended up dying. Jonathan Jackson tried to break him out of court. He ended up dying innocent, and then George Jackson ended up dying in prison, staged murder. But that book stuck with me because to be 16 and to be so enlightened at that age, it was amazing. I was like 22 reading it, 22 or 23 reading that book, and I felt like I was it kind of made me feel like I didn't know nothing. But yeah, but like at the time, that age was a number. Like it doesn't matter.
The age.
Yeah, he was 16 and was so awoke that if he'd have lived his life, understand, if his life he would have been a beast. He would have been a beast.
Facts. Let's talk about the projects you dropped early this year. Master of Currency, man. Let's get into that.
Oh.
And what was the process like for that? Because I know you got other music that you did, but what do you feel like is different in this project than it was with the other ones?
All right, so Master of Currency.
And how did that name come about? Do you feel like you are a master when it comes to that?
Yeah,
when it comes to the bread?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. They know. They know. It's just tatted on me. They know. But
it's tatted on you?
Yeah, I got that's my brand. Charlie May. CMC is Charlie May Children. This is my grandmother. Her name was Charlie May, but we call it Charlie May Clan, CMC.
Really?
Yeah, Charlie May Clan. We her grandchildren.
Yo, bro, that shit deep, man. That's what's up, though, man. Cause now your grandmother died when you got out of prison.
This is my mother's mother. This is like the grandmother who passed away. That was my father's mother, which is my nana.
Okay,
and that's who raised me. This is this lady passed me to her. Like it was from grandmother to grandmother. Understand? So
yeah,
like, when she went to house, when she passed. So
wow.
that was how that transition went. So
okay.
Like, so that's how
that's how you came up with the CMC.
I came up with the CMC because I didn't know my siblings. We were all adopted when we was younger.
Really?
Hell
so
yeah.
you come from being basically an orphan.
Almost, because if my grandmother didn't pass me to my other grandmother, I'd have probably been a child of the system as well. I have 6 brothers. We understand. Unfortunately, unfortunately, my grandmother was able before to pass my grandmother, but that wasn't the situation for the rest of my brothers. And we all just met back when I came home in 2020, like reunited.
Wow, man, that's bro.
That's when CMC started
right
on her birthday in 2020, right there. And there.
That's dope.
What's her birthday?
May 9th.
Thank you.
May 9th. That's dope, man. That y'all all came together, man. Because that's rare, bro. So, honestly. But go ahead.
So like,
Master of Currency.
So Master and Currency. My first project was Finally Free.
Yeah, Finally Free.
And that's self-explanatory. But so I was just happy for that. And it was my first project. So like the first song, and that project was like, yo, MC's rapping. My name wasn't even MC at the time. It was 4/3. I was 4/3 job, because I told you I was inspired by my man 4/3 Kels.
Yeah, 4/3 Kels. I know him.
So,
well, we follow each other on the gram.
Yes.
Yeah.
My boy, problem.
Yeah, he is.
Tap in, problem. Ghost Wave, problem. Tap in, B Jizzle, problem. Poison with the vibes, tap in, problem. Those are problems from the hood. So one day, I said he might be, but nobody know. But one day, me and him had a conversation. Mm-hmm. He like, yo, bro, my name 4/3 Kills. I know we both from 4/3.
Right.
He said, I'm establishing, understand 4/3 as my name. He said, no, but he said, I understand, but no disrespect, but I understand, like, I don't want to seem like we a group because I'm trying to do my own thing. You feel me?
So he wanted you to change your name.
Of course.
Right.
As a man, understand that he came to me, understand that I had the love and respect to even understand, like,
yeah.
I said, you know what? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat down.
Try to figure out a name.
Yeah, I'm saying, so I'm like, if I'm doing this music thing, let's take it back to the essence.
Right.
What was the first artist called, man? MC.
Right.
Understand? So now I had to go, like, understand, go down for MC, man.
Yeah.
And that was
the ceremony.
Yes. And yes, so I'm like, so when I looked at it, I'm like, I gotta throw some sauce on that. Like, I understand, like, I gotta like, I said master of cash. I'm like, no, that's too boring.
Yeah.
That's not immaculate. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a master in currency. Like, and it stuck. I said, my name Master of Currency, MC.
Right.
So now I did the whole Finally project, switched the name. My first track, I said, drop for a third, now on some dish shit, MC Joff, that'd be my new shit. So from there, did that project. That was the project to tell people, yo, in my hood, yo, listen, I'm rapping.
Right.
Yeah, but listen, I'm rapping. I might not know what my sound is at right now.
Yeah,
but, listen,
I'm rapping.
I'm rapping. I'm finding I'm going in the studio, I'm crafting, they see me. So when Master Currency, I had got ups and down reviews. People kept, keep working, yo, trash. You gotta take those. Understand? Like you gotta take those if you want to be great.
Yeah, for sure.
Understand? So,
but I mean, it's still early for you, and I feel like even me hearing it, I'm like, it's seasons. It's different seasons. I mean, even B Jizzle, when I look at his earlier projects to where he is now, he has grown as an artist, and that's the same thing that's gonna happen to you. You're not gonna get the craft of rapping overnight. All these guys, Dipset, just like even if you look at Jim Jones to me rap better than Cameron and Jules right now. But when they first came out, it was all about Cam and Jules, but not no more. To me, Jim Jones rap better than them right now, me personally. When you look at his newer projects compared to where he was when it was just all Dipset, the nigga rapping way, way better,
yes,
bro.
He
finally found it.
His confidence, and he sees that that as an individual, his hands on the culture, the way he does. So now he can talk about what he done for the culture individually.
Exactly.
Not as a group of but as individually, we could tell. We understand like he has. If you want to say he didn't come up with the idea, but he was a poster child. If it came from Max, if it came from Stax, he was the poster child. It was the idea that they had to nurse it through him, and it went through the culture. We got Rockstar belts, him. Yeah. Understand? Like, even if it came from anywhere else,
Gang, all that.
If it came from Miami and Zoe's, when he did it, and he made us understand, like, do it, like, it was like, nah, Jim did that.
Exactly.
Like, it's like Jim, understand, like, so it was like he got a hand in the culture and the music, and yeah, he got so much better. Like, it's like he got way like Fraud better. Department was like one of the first things I listened to in 2020. Bada Bing, Viola, what else is on my he has a song called Lap Around the Sun. He has so like he start now you can tell like he's embracing his age.
For sure.
Yeah, he might understand like, but he's embracing his age. Like you can tell like in his.
And then when he jumped, then we did a song with Migos. I was actually surprised at that.
Oh, that was big.
That was shit, big. And that was before. And then right now it's going to Takeoff get killed. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy to RP Takeoff, man. Like you just gotta like sometimes like, and I'm trying to learn that like. You can't put yourself in every situation. You understand? Like,
that's a fact.
And I can't talk about.
I just was telling my son that earlier because my son was getting mad today at a student that was arguing with another student. I'm like, that's not your fight, son. You got to learn to say, even though that's your friend, sometimes people jump into the wrong fights and they be the victim and everybody else walk away and you dead. And it's not worth it, bro.
Facts. And I don't want to speak on nobody's situation because I don't know the details, but it's just like sometimes I won't even put myself in a situation if I have the opportunity that he did. But I'm not saying that it's regular. Nobody knows. Nobody can tell you when you about to go.
No,
understand? Like so it was like I can't say yo bro shouldn't have put himself there. Right. He didn't wake up and say yo you know what? He didn't get it like a message yo I'm gonna die. I'm golfing. Understand? Somebody will take my life right here, and then still go. Like
right.
So
you just never know.
Yeah, you can't. So I can't speak on life and death. I just could speak on preventing stuff. Understand? Like if it's just like. You just gotta know to prevent stuff. If it's preventable, then prevent it. If it's not preventable, handle it the best way situation. But you must what you gotta do. You gotta give them. You gotta give them an option, a way out before you do anything else. You gotta give that person or yourself a way an option before you do any other decision that's gonna be detrimental to your freedom, your family, and your money.
That's a fact. Now I want to ask you about Dipset because a lot of people from Harlem was hurt when the verses came about. So I want to know what's your thoughts when you first seen Dipset battle the L.L.C. Was you team Dipset or was you team? Of course. But when you
that
seen how it played out, what was you thinking to yourself?
I seen lack of comradeship in
Okay.
Dipset.
Right.
Like from the edits and like, you know, the little stimulus they was doing in the videos and like the before that, I'm like, oh no, that's the Dip that we know. But when you seen the performance, it was like 3 individuals that they just met each other for the first time that day. And like,
Right.
shout out to Jadakiss, understand? Like
Right.
that's the Gemini, understand? Shout out to him.
Yeah, for
So it's
sure.
like I'm saying, he did what he's supposed to do, understand? Like what a Gemini supposed to do, he took the stage, controlled the crowd. Because my
Right.
thing is this, if you don't want the opportunity, I know what to do with it. Understand? Like, and not saying that like their songs were much better or like Dipset didn't have the. It's just when you show fear to wolves, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And not saying that you're not a wolf either, because those we know. I just told you what they did to culture.
Right.
But when you're not in sync as a pack, it ain't gonna work.
That's a
And we
fact.
just seen what happened when unity doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's the only that they lost because they wasn't united. That's the only reason why they lost.
Yeah, because if you look at even after it was over, they all kind of like just did their own thing.
They came with separate. They
yeah.
came with separate entourages.
Yeah.
They still held grudges. No, I don't know who, but they still held grudges that it couldn't. Yeah, y'all ain't got the bag. But this was more than the bag. This was for culture because at the end of the day, there's been so much talks, understand, about Yonkers or that area not being a part.
Right.
And when it came to the biggest stage, with understand show that they
showed
really
it.
New York.
Right.
They took us out the water.
a
Understand?
fact.
Like so they showed like we New York too. And might be more New York than the people in New York. Understand? Like you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's like-
I definitely feel what you.
So it was like
that.
it was definitely a great match. It was definitely like we heard all the joints that we supposed to hear. That freestyle, that was a little understand up, down, down, left, right. We didn't know that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a cheat code.
Yeah.
We didn't know that was coming. But
Right. I also think that Dipset DJ wasn't on point. Like I feel like he should have been. I don't know. They should have had a conversation. I don't feel like he was on point like he should have been. That DJ.
I don't know. They supposed to get. I don't know who they supposed to probably get Just Blaze. They supposed to get somebody. They supposed to get somebody from
Yeah,
the.
definitely not.
They supposed to
who it
get
was.
Guru. They supposed to get somebody. You understand? Like
Yeah, bruh.
damn somebody. But yo, back to your question because I want to get off a topic. Master of Currency. Master of Currency came about. That project took a lot. Like I got songs on there that have verses from people from a year. Like they gave me a verse from, like, understand, shout out to my man Joff Type Tiger from Queens.
Okay.
Get in tune with him. He gave me he on the song What You Know About It. But Master Currency came about oh nah, I felt like at this time I felt like I found what I wanted to talk about. I felt like I found my breath control on the beat. I felt like I found my stanzas on where I wanted to rap and how I wanted to say it.
Yeah, I like the hooks.
Yeah.
You make some dope ass hooks, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Them hooks is crazy.
That's how I start, man.
Because that's what people gotta realize. Like, it's cool, the verses, not saying they can't be outstanding, but the hooks is what draw the person in.
Mm-hmm.
So if your hook's not, it's like,
So what hook did it for you?
the joint you got with 43. What's the hook that I like the best is the song you got with 43.
No hook?
No, it's not no hook.
No.
It's something else.
You
I
got
gotta pull up the list.
We
but
got Master of Currency. Then we got
It is.
Two-Sided Coin. Then we got
I'm gonna tell you.
Invincible.
Nope, it's not that. I'm gonna tell you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it right up.
Look at me running down my catalog.
Not lying.
Oh, that's my man. Oh, that was my own. That was.
Oh, matter of fact, Mr. Armani.
Yeah, that's Taz on my.
Yeah, not lying. That hook is crazy.
Yo, let me tell you about that. Right, it's crazy, right? Because actually, a female was supposed to sing that hook, right? And everybody laughing, right? Because she couldn't make it
To the session.
Nah, she could not make it to the session. And
Well, why she couldn't make it later?
it was
You had to do
because
it
I was on like a time schedule, like
Okay,
I was
understand that.
like I really like with Master. That's what you said with Master Currency. I really was like doing video shoots, studio time, clothes, wardrobe, flyers. So it was like I was really trying to really do like the rundowns of a project. Like I'm saying, like even with the marketing, understand? Like I had crackheads. I used to pay crackheads $10 a block. You'll put Master Currency flyer on each car. Sorry for you if y'all seen a Master Currency flyer in your car. That was me. Understand? You woke up to a massacre seat behind your car.
Right.
It wasn't a ticket.
Right.
It was a flyer. You know what I'm saying? To cop my shit.
That's dope.
But yeah, I was just trying to like. So I had my little street team. So what happened was, she didn't come, and like my engineer had he had to do something. Shout out to my man, damn Sean. Understand? He did most of I think he did both of my EPs, my project. He did No Hook too.
Okay.
But yeah, so like he was like he had to do something. I'm like, yo, bro, what we gonna do? Like, understand? He like, yo, bro, yo, sing that shit.
Right.
I said, what? I'm not singing that shit. I'm like, yo, he like, yo, bro, you're talking about your life, homie.
Right.
How can you not say this? This is Amani in the studio talking to me. This is Sean talking to me.
Right.
This is my lady talking to me. They like, yo, bro, who else was there? I forgot who else, but I know them three. They like, yo, bro, how you cannot? So I'm like, bro, I don't know how to sing.
Right.
They like,
And
yo,
you know these rappers be trying to sing.
yeah, I'm like, I don't want to sound like, I ain't lying. I didn't want to sound like that.
Right.
So,
Yo, man, you wild as shit, bro.
yo, so yeah, so my man, like my son, like Sean, like, yo, I got you, bro. Like, yo, he like, we gonna mess with this Autotune thing. We gonna get this right.
Yeah.
Like, gonna do a couple stuff. So I listened to it. So I said it. So I'm like, I ain't lying. But I'm sounding funny because it's my first time ever hearing my voice in Autotune. So this is a new thing to me, and so I gotta try to like. So I'm like, I ain't lying. I'm like, so I'm thinking like now I'm thinking about all the people who use Autotune, Wayne. So all these impersonations is coming in my mind, trying to sound like that's how it's supposed to sound. Yeah. I'm doing T-Pain. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, so
you T-Paining too much. That's what Hov said.
So I'm like, you know what? So I think my lady came in, and I think she like, yo, bro, just like, yo, just your life. I'm just gonna say, yeah, but feel it. So now I think at that time, I don't know what I was just feeling. I just said it though. Like I'm saying, like I just thought about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't lying. I done been through it all, and I ain't crying. A nigga still standing tall. I done did that time, that jail time, and I ain't have no friends. I'm back home, I'm back up, and I'm back at it again. So like when I heard it, when it's giving me goosebumps too, because it's really my life. Honestly,
right? Yeah.
So when she
sung it,
so when she sung it, I didn't want to take that because I felt like she was talking to me.
Yeah.
But when I did it, it felt like, and it's like, yo, nah. It's a pat. Now go ahead, cause this is you. Understand? Like she showed me the rough draft, like because
you executed.
Yo, this is you. Understand? And then that's how it came out. And I closed my eyes. I thought about that cell. I thought about the release date. I thought about the arrest date.
Right.
And then that's how you got Not Lying.
Fire, bro. Let's talk about this event you got coming up on the 24th. Now, tell me how that came about and what the people can look forward to with that.
Oh yeah, shout out to my man DJ Magic High 97 riding out. This is 10th year anniversary. Like I met DJ Magic at doing the showcases.
Okay.
I think we was in Brooklyn, right, Ghost? I think me and my man Ghost was in Brooklyn. We did a showcase that time.
Yeah.
And my man shout out to Showcase George.
Okay.
He I did that event. And I went up there. I think it was like my first big, like, cause I never did enough, like, he's like High 97 DJ and all.
Yeah.
I never did enough, like, in the state. Now and Then Lounge. Oh yeah, the Now and Then Lounge in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And it was like real, like it looked like a stage. I'm like, oh, now this is different levels. It's not like rapping, like doing them other little pop up. Not saying nothing wrong with that. Shout out to all those who throw those, because I will go to those again right now if I'm saying, like, if I jump in, I'm going back to those if I could make it when I make it. Mm-hmm. So when I say yeah, he was there. I think I did, what songs I did that? I did a song called The Block, and I did Intro.
Okay.
So I started off with The Block. The crowd was feeling it. At the time, if you knew your shit was hot, the DJ would drop something. Like I was paying attention to the DJ. Like the DJ was feeling your shit, he'd drop something. So I was telling my family and CMC, I'm like, yo, bro, when I get on there, somebody, I might be in the moment, but make sure y'all hear that. That understand? So when we going through it, and we heard, I'm going through my performances, me and Ghostway, we on the stage, and in the middle of the performance, I hear the
sound effect.
I just lost my mind. Like, oh, nah, it's not a competition. I'm having a concert now.
Right.
So it turned from a competition to a concert. So I got off the stage, boom, boom. Then my second song was called The Intro. That's when I got real serious, through the hood on them. Understand, just broke it down, understand who I was, who MC Joff was. And that's the song I said, Joff for a third. Not on some diss shit. MC Joff, that'd be my new shit. Never Switching Sides, that'd be that new shit. So
that's fire, bro.
So and then after that, I got off the stage, I dropped the mic on. If you go on my gram, it's on the gram.
Okay.
You might hear over the whole song, but the whole recording, because she going crazy. Shout out to Tati, And so then back to Master Occurrence. So back to the DJ Magic. So we got cool like
September 24th.
So when I got off,
B-Jizzle, he performing.
That's the gang. That's third block. You got B-Jizzle.
Right.
You got Poison with the Vibes. You got 4/3 Kells. You got Ghost Wave, and you got myself. That's the Hampton Five. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got. I'm saying, if you not from New York, I'm saying pull up. That's the Hampton Five. I'm saying, like, we gonna give you good music. We gonna give you something. I'm saying that you gonna take home. We gonna give you a performance. We not gonna rap over our words. We know our words. We gonna give you a live performance.
That's fire.
So
bro.
It's like,
shout out to Harlem, man. Y'all got a lot of greats, man.
Now we coming as a group.
Y'all got a lot of greats. So what's next for you, bro? Like, what do you see in 2024? Like, what are you back in the studio working on the next project?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to get into more than just rapping? Do you ever think about acting? Like, what's next for you moving forward?
I feel like I just got to the water. Honestly, I didn't even get my feet in the water in a rap game. So it's so much to learn, so much game to soak up, so much people to understand, so much lessons to learn. So right now, me and my man 4/3 Kells got something cooking up.
No, for real?
Yeah, we got this. We don't even know the name of it yet.
Right.
We know no hook is on it though. Understand? That been on the radios. That been on 105. Self had it. He been going crazy with it. Been in the clubs going crazy with it.
Go ahead. Shout out to DJ Self.
Yo, shout out to my son DJ Self. You already know, good in the team. Yeah, so we don't even know the name. I don't even know what we gonna call it.
Right.
But we got about like 6 good joints in the chamber right now.
That's on its up.
Understand? Like,
now, do you and B-Jizzle, did y'all collab with something?
Yo, it's crazy you said that, right? Because if B-Jizzle watch this, he gonna be like, I told him we should have did something. Yo, it's crazy. You wanna hear the real thing? Like, why me and B-Jizzle don't got a track right now?
Right.
Because I hold B-Jizzle and Kells. I told you they inspired me in rap. Understand, like, to rap. So I hold them at like a certain level. And I feel like, understand, like, he tells me all the time, yo, bro, it doesn't matter. We can go in there for 5 hours. We gonna come out with something. But to honor his time, because I know what time is, I'm gonna respect his time. I'm gonna come.
And you're gonna be ready.
Yes, understand. So whatever, because I seen him work in the studio. If you ever seen BJ working in the studio, it's a different type. Him, Kel, my boys, they go. It's a different type of vibe. Like, understand, like, so it's like, because they could really rap out of thin air. I seen them do it.
Yeah, understand? B-Jizzle, man. Shout out to my bro, man. Like, we out this
front, LBR, Borough Boy, CMC.
And before we go, I gotta give Harlem a big shout out, and I gotta give B-Jizzle a big shout out, because these last 2 episodes was pure Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Every artist that came on was from Harlem.
Shout out to my man Duckus. He was on here too. Understand? Yes, Harlem born.
Yeah, so shout out to Harlem, man. Shout out to the whole New York, man. I just really appreciate y'all embracing a Philly DJ and just showing love to the platform, and just all the artists that came through, man. I really, really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you, honestly, giving us the time and the opportunity, because time is important. You can't waste another man's time, especially an important one like us.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know I was a little bit late, understand, but I told you I was gonna pull up.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I made it. I appreciate you just giving me, my family, my brand, my movement, just in the world, just the opportunity just to know MC Joff, and I appreciate that.
No doubt, man. Anytime, man. You already know what it is. Make sure you check out Do It for Hip Hop podcast, streaming on all platforms. Make sure you follow the DJ Bugsy channel, man. Subscribe, share, comment. Keep it hip hop. Peace.
this is MC Joff, premiere my video on I Do It For Hip Hop with my boy DJ Bugsy, No Hook, featuring 430 Kels. Let's go, shout out.
CMC.
Brand new Mozzie, look like it's Biden. Bad bitch text me, just got her Biden. Pussy be wet, bust like a water gun. Dimes be dancing, this piece so 1-on-1. I'll be on the road with a couple runners. I'll make goals to fuck this summer. CMC Bird made a #1 stunner. CMC Bird made a #1 stunner. When I make it rain, dollars be everywhere. Ain't a nigga fresh as me, even in Tupperware. I'm so fly, I could barely walk in there. Tiffany up to the tail blue check there. In them banks, soon as the check clear. Private flights, make sure that jet clear. Fresh Prince Joff, I'm headed to Bella with Ashley Banks in a bottle of Bella. Shit, I got it on, you could barely keep up. Gucci right thorns, I'm kicking my feet up. Hit Brody line for that gumbo feet up. Remember them days, fish through that feet up. Scooter hard knocks that have my teachers. We earn our stripes, no thanks to Adidas. Now the hands out like they trying to reach us. Keep that distance like sitting in the bleachers. I'm with Fetty, get to that Fetty. Weapons stay on me, I gotta move deli. Watching pockets and they count every penny. You won't get $1, sorry Miss Penny.
You won't. And I don't need no hook for this shit. Yo, Kel, what up? Shells.
I'm screaming what's good in the studio. You can get clapped if you didn't know. And I really don't fuck with no new niggas. I'm just catching the bag like I'm Julio. Sell it then on to the next. I was blessed with these hustling powers. I remember them days we ain't even have water. Now I take champagne showers. I can see through the fake. Niggas ain't moving like that. Niggas ain't really having. Once they see you got motion, you gotta see the way some of these niggas be acting. And she said I'm her favorite rapper. I ain't even know that she knew I was rapping. And I love the way she make it clap. 2015, I was focused on trapping. So it's crazy to see where I'm at. I ain't even know that this shit was gonna happen. Me and Joff, we gon' count up the racks. Gotta hit Brooklyn to ask him what's cracking. And the Mozzie, we speeded through traffic. Ballin' like Luca, but I'm not a man. And we never been average. I've been pushing the work like a carrot.
Let's go. And I don't need no hook for this shit. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go.